Hello, this is Coca-Coholic. I'm going to be bringing you a deck profile on my Laval Quasar deck that I'm playing here in the OCG. I've used it the last 2 weeks. The first week I used it, I went 3-0-1, so that's 3 wins, 0 losses, and a tie. That netted me second place. And this past week, I went 2 wins, no losses, 2 ties, which put me at a top 4. So. I met some problems with Opium. It's a new Exceed monster. I've seen it on Dueling Network. But so what this card basically does, it's for Evil Sworn. It requires 2 Evil Sworn monsters, and when it has material, neither player can special summon level 5 or higher monsters, and that basically shuts Laval's right down. So I had to modify my sideboard in order to battle that card. And one of the choices that I made, you'll see in my sideboard later, has been particularly selected to fit my deck and counter Opium as well as their infestation protection cards. So you'll see how that goes a little bit later. Okay, so this will be Laval Quasars. Here are the monsters. I run 3 of the Handmaiden. The Handmaiden pitches another to the graveyard and is your main tuner of the deck. Next, 2 of the Cannoneers. The Cannoneer is not particularly good, but he can be brought back with Rekindling. He's a level 4, so he tunes very well with Volcano Handmaiden. Yeah, anyway, you have to run him. 2 of the Lakeside Lady. It helps destroy the backline when you're ready to make your big pushes. You save them pretty much for those opportune times, and then you explode. And that's it. She's also a really good level 3 tuner. 3 of the Cannons. I like Cannon because he can be searched with Rhoda. You can bring him back, and he recycles your Lakeside Ladies, and he can make really easy Black Roses when you get an opportunity. You can make really big pluses off of his summon, so he's really good. 1 Boost Warrior, same reason. He's a warrior. He's level 1, so he's your main guy to go into Formula Synchron. He's 200 defense. You can bring him back with Rekindling. He's a special summon. You don't have to waste your normal summon. Just good, over and over and over and over. Swift Scarecrow, he helps me stay alive until I get all my combo pieces. He can also be a combo piece if you use his normal summon if you don't have a Boost Warrior or a Rhoda as your level 1 to tune with a Handmaiden to make your Formula Synchron. Keeps you alive. 2 Maxx Cs, just to make sure that your opponent doesn't go too crazy when, you don't have a lot of backline. Really good hand trap. 3 Cardcar Ds. This deck does not use a lot of normal summons, so here's a good normal summon. It gets you your combo pieces quickly. Just as a side note, you'll notice in the OCG, it's just a rare, so I actually bought all 3 of these for the equivalent of $10 back home. So I feel bad for you TCG players paying God knows how much for Cardcar Ds. And Gorz, really good hand trap, so he does good things. Okay, that's the end of the monsters. Okay, so now for the magics. I run Holy Trinity, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. Really good. I've opted to run 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. In my first build, I didn't really run Mystical Space Typhoon, but I do like to save it for when I do explode and chain it to Macrocosmos, because Cosmos will kill this deck. Reinforcement of the Army has 4 targets, gets you a lot of your mega key pieces. Honestly, I just think you have to have it. Book of Moon, it's a toolbox card. 2 Pot of Duality helps you get your combo pieces. It doesn't use a lot of special summoning except when you explode, so just use this when you don't explode. And yeah, there you go. 2 Molten Conduction Fields. I don't run 3, and I'll explain why. My side deck, I run 2 of the Draguns, and the Draguns is a mini Molten Conduction Field. It's basically a Foolish Burial. So I only run 2 of these. The first one we'll use to set up your first 5 pieces for Quasar play. The second one, if you have it shortly thereafter, you dump both your Lakeside Ladies and you basically get 2 Mysticals. So yeah, really good. 3 Rekindling. This is your win condition. This is your big power card, and you play this and you should win. 3 Upstart Goblins. When Quasar comes out, Quasar is typically in this deck, this build, a double strike 4000. If you are able to, when you summon into him, you end up getting about 3 draws off of a regular Quasar play. If you draw into another Rekindling, you're going to bring back a number of monsters to deal more than enough damage to make up for the Upstart Goblin of giving your opponent life. And the last one is I run 3 1 Day of Peace. This one helps you get your combo pieces quicker. Yes, it gives your opponent a card, but you don't take any damage, so you can just sit back and go, I'm waiting, 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 waiting. Awesome card. This deck does not run any traps. Okay, so for the extra deck, my Gorz token. This is a token card that one of my friends had made for me at a Yokohama card tournament, so it's kind of cool. So here we go. Formula Synchron. You need Formula Synchron to go into Quasar. TG Hyper Librarian. He gets you a lot of extra draws. Catastor is another level 5. Generally good. Dual Slasher, he can be rekindled. He's really good level 5, double strike possible. And Dragon. And Dragon helps you bounce a bunch of cards that your opponent controls before you go into Quasar. So really, really good. For 6s, like I said, I run double of the Draguns. The Dragun is like a Foolish Peril / reinforcement of the army for Lavals, and he's a really, really good card. Black Rose, he can help you get pluses. Stennon. Stennon stops a lot of the really good meta cards. He's super easy to make with Cannon as well, because you can use his effect to remove a Laval to negate a targeting effect. So that's really cool. Then for my 8s, I run Stardust and Scrap Dragon. Stardust comes out sometimes. Scrap Dragon doesn't come out very often, but because of his destruction effect, he has the possibility of making sure that my plays go off, so I keep him inside there. And then Shooting Star Dragon and Quasar, and those are pretty much self-explanatory. The last ones, I run 2 Exceeds. Lavalval Chain, he can pitch a bunch of cards into your grave. He can start your combos. Good card. Good card is good card. And the last card is Volcanosaurus. Now, Volcanosaurus, this deck makes level 5s all day long. It requires 2 level 5s to make it. And it helps you pluck one of your opponent's monsters and does direct damage to your opponent's life points equal to that monster's original attack. This one's not out yet in the TCG. The TCG should be getting it in April. I believe it's being a 10 card release. And so, yeah, good. Yeah, look forward to this card. Broke card is broke. That's pretty much it. Okay, and last for the side deck, 2 Effect Veilers. I put them in the sideboard. I don't really need them usually in the main board. Anyway, they're there. 3rd Mystical Space Typhoon. System down for machines. Dust Tornado. I have a lot of Fire Fist monsters in my Fire Fist players, I should say, in my meta. And this is a really good card to have them pop their back line. Pops this card, you chain it, you get another card, so you get, yeah. Anyway, good. Same thing with Malevolent Catastrophe, really good card. Double Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, Insectors, Dark World, and Evil Sworn. And Evil Sworn are really brutal against this deck, and that's why I'll explain my tech card later. Imperial Iron Wall, you don't want your stuff removed from play. That's really bad, so you have these to protect you. These are my new cards I'm putting in. 2 Black Horn of Heavens. These go in 2nd game and probably stay in 3rd game because most of the time players will side out all of their destruction, their backline destruction, seeing as though I run no traps and very few magics. And I will use magics mostly on my turn, so these become live. My tech card is, now explain this one. I run 3 Exiled Forces. Kind of an old card, but one of my old favorites. The reason is, for Evil Sworn, they have this monster called Ophion. He's not out in TCG yet, but you guys will come to love him or hate him depending on if you play or play against the deck. But when he has material attached to him, no player can special summon level 5 or higher monsters. What does that mean for this deck? No Gorz, no Rekindling plays, like, you're screwed. And getting rid of him becomes instantly your top priority. This card fits in for a number of reasons. 1, the deck already has Rhoda. I don't have to make extra space for it, so I can instantly search this guy out if he has Ophion. Second of all, he is less than 1500 attack. He gets under Bottomless Trapple. Third of all, usually when Ophion comes out, he uses one of his materials to get an Infestation card. Infestation will protect him and all of his other Evil Sworn monsters against magics and traps. This is a monster effect which gets around that, so you can use this guy, summon, pop him, get rid of Ophion, and because your deck doesn't, this deck typically doesn't make use of their normal summons, my normal summons are ready to use this guy, And then immediately after that, if he's gone and the threat's not there, you can just start your Rekindling play. I hope you enjoyed my Laval Quasar deck profile. If you have any comments or suggestions, please post them in the section below. I'll let you know how I do after this weekend. I'll be playing in an OCG tournament tomorrow. If you would like to know anything about the OCG meta, if you would like to know or see any deck profiles or any feature matches, I'll try my best to have them arranged, and just leave them in the comment section below. Like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos in the future regarding the OCG, and that's it for me for now. So happy Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling, everyone!